I will say it until the day that I die, is if you are raising your child to believe that they are a victim, you are committing child abuse. You know, you are if you are instilling in their brain that you are a victim and you will continue to be victimized, their brain, because the human brain, we're all humans. You're a human, I'm a human. Everybody that's ever hurt or bugged you is a human. Everybody that's hurt or bugged me in my life is a human. We all have the human brain, and the human brain has a reticular activating system, and we can only focus on so many things at any given time. If you are raising your children to believe that they are a victim, they will constantly seek out points of affirmation to remain a victim, and they will spend their life miserable victims. And I think that that type of behavior, which is, again, we go back to that word race hustlers, right? They make money, they gain popularity by convincing people they are victims. And then once they've got you in that victim box, they keep you in that victim box and they put you on a shelf. And every time they need you, they pull down their victim box and put you on display for everybody else. It's horrible. It's evil.
Oh, yeah.
And so, you know, folks like us, Dr. Lee, that are out there trying to present solutions, trying to make the conversation happen. Like I said, I love DEI on its face, right? And the true intention of diversity, equity, and inclusion training is so very important, so important.
Mhm.
But so many people have hijacked that and turned it into something that it's not, and it's actually become, in many cases, counterproductive. And I hate to
Mm.
see that. I do. I hate to see that because I'm somebody who literally wants the world to be a better place. I think that there was a lot of work done between the 1960s and the early 2000s to make that happen. But I think the grievance industry and wokeism and those types of, call it whatever you want to, has hijacked that and kind of taken us in a different direction, hasn't it?
Oh, yes, and that's why I do point that out. In that paragraph that you shared, just continuing to unpack that, that's an important thing to think about because we are literally moving backwards in many settings, not just at schools, but in corporations, in civic organizations. You see these things popping up like they're called affinity groups. And they're often racialized affinity groups, and segregating people and putting them in these groups to discuss things. And then you're assigned your group, or I guess you assign yourself sometimes, or maybe the DEI specialist assigns you, and then you're stuck in that group, right? And we can't all speak together. We have to talk to our tribe, and then we're allowed to maybe come back in and convene as a whole group of whole humans. It's so strange to me, the resegregation of schools after all the work in progress that was made. I focus on schools a lot because I'm a teacher, so to see these groups popping up in schools, not just in higher ed, but now even in like K through 12. So we're putting our little ones in these groups, and sometimes parents don't even know. And like you said, I concur with you. It is pure child abuse. And I don't think it's the parents doing it. I think sometimes our little ones are at school and it's the teacher and the administration and the school structure that's bringing these things, and the DEI officer that's now in every school.
Right.
What's that about? So it's just it's troubling, and it is abusive, and it needs to stop.